Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Vickerman, and we're coming back to you with some Kerbal Space Program beta. And we're now into the 4th episode, but thought that I would show you what I am drinking as I record this. This is a Christmas gift from my in-laws, so it'll be well used, let me tell you. Because I just kind of like the idea for some reason of a Kerbal mug. So we will continue with our quest to gain more prestige, money, science, all that lovely things. And we do have quite a bit of science saved up, so I have to see what we can spend it on. Science tech is always a good thing to get. Because that lets you get even more science and some batteries as well to help in deep space flight. Flight control. This would be a lot of, this probably leads to aerodynamics and things like that. And then we have general construction, which are the struts, which are absolutely essential to large spacecraft to keep them together and keep them from breaking all apart. But I think flight control may be my best option here. And the reason being is because, well, let's see, aerodynamics. I think this is where, is this where the jet engine? Yeah. That's too bad. Because these survey missions, I do want to take care of them. I think that I can make it with those parts that I just unlocked. It'll be easier, of course, with aerodynamics, but you know, this is one way to do it, I think. See. What else could we do? Radial mount parachute. So we need to be between 11.8 and 18.6. Going pretty fast, and we are using these, so this won't be that tough, I don't think. Okay, so I think I'm going to try to do that survey mission that I failed at a while back, and let's see what kind of aerodynamic parts we have. So we have winglets and a stabilizer. You know, let's maybe try to make this a rudimentary spaceplane for this mission. Since we're going to be operating just in the atmosphere, this may be a good way to go. Okay, maybe. I don't know. So let's try to build small, relatively small. I don't know. That may be too much. 'Cause I'm thinking maybe a small engine. Okay, those are flight control. So that kind of works, right? Get it a bit bigger, I think, and symmetry. And can we put these things on? Okay, come on. You can do it. The rotation in this is very bizarre. I think maybe without stop. Yeah, that works. When you take off the snap to point. For some reason that doesn't work too well with this. Oh, okay. So we may be in trouble since we don't have any landing gear. So instead, I think we're just going to have to use these legs. which would be it's less than ideal, but it'll be okay, I think. Okay, so instead of doing this, yeah, this is a lot more experimental than I usually do. I thought you might enjoy something a bit more unorthodox. So then let's try to get 2 more on this side. Nah, that's not quite right. I want to keep things nice and balanced. Okay, so let's rotate the craft and extend the landing legs. I think that should work. So the idea is it'll pop up and then we'll go into horizontal flight immediately afterwards. I don't know, this could be a horrible, horrible idea. You almost think you want something like that to extend those things so they're not like flat. I mean, it kind of sort of looks like a plane. Let's check. Center of thrust should be good. Center of mass and center of lift. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you do want... Oh, let's see if I can remember. Center of lift, I think, needs to be behind the center of mass, which it is. And it's quite a ways behind, so we may be in good shape, although maybe I'll pop this back just a little. Should be very stable, I think. And this is a pretty darn risky design, so I'm gonna put these parachutes on. I don't think we're gonna go quite fast enough to fulfill this contract, but you know, if we do, that's great. And we'll stage it so that the engine comes on. And then the parachutes are kind of a last ditch thing. It should bring it around so you can land it on the landing legs. So we'll call this Crazy Rocket Plane, because it's not actually a jet. I'm not sure who would be good. Probably Hadvan. I really hope he doesn't die. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put it back up. It's not going to be able to launch like this. Oh man, my runway is just a dirt trail. Okay, so we're just going to change this so that we sit the thing up, so that we can actually get off the ground. Okay, now we'll need to remember where that location is. And it is to our west, almost directly west. This is bizarre. Why are we at an angle? Are these landing legs breaking? Okay. First question is if this thing is gonna get off the ground. No. Well, Hadvan didn't die, that's good. We're gonna need the bigger engine, I think. Now we run into this problem. The landing legs are not quite long enough, I don't think, so that you're not hitting the engine. So I think what we'll need to do is put a little... That's big. I guess this will work. Put something like this. And these things will protect the engine from being smashed when the spacecraft hits the ground. Because now we can put the landing legs further down. And when they are extended, the engine should not touch the ground. Whoops, they're upside down. This is why we test these things. Oh, that's very good. Okay. And these are a bit higher, so we'll pull them up. It's unnecessarily so. Okay, so. Whew, a lot of pressure here. Man, those landing legs don't like that. Okay, so this is going to be pretty tough. We're going to have to go up and then try to lean forward. And honestly, we should probably be launching the other way so we can just fall forward, right? Let's go ahead and rotate around the other way so that we're going to be facing west. Oh, sorry, we're facing south now. Interesting. Are we? No, we're facing west. Oh, goodness, 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 goodness. What is the problem? Okay, should go ahead and launch before this happens. Okay, here we go. Now cut that thrust down. We don't need nearly that kind of power to fly. Pull up. Oh, pull up the gears. Okay, we need more than that. Oh, shoot. Ugh. Let's say that is a simulation. Oh man. Because this is not really a common way to do this at all. I don't think we're actually getting much lift here. Oh, here, I think this is the issue. Let me look at this again. Ah, the entire things are moving. Okay. So that's not what we want. We need to lock those so they don't move. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, does this thing moves too? No wonder the entire thing was completely unstable. We want these to act like they are wings, even though they're not. I knew something was screwy. Seems to be a lot better. We'll pull those landing gear up. Okay, that's a lot better too. Alright, you can reduce thrust, I think. This is a crazy idea. And I'm hoping it just might work. It would work if I had a jet engine. The question is the fuel consumption here for this rocket. Question is, how low can we go with this thrust and keep ascending? Okay, now we're accelerating again. That's a good sign. Okay, decelerating, but now we're stable. Okay, that's actually a stable flight there. However, the fuel will soon be... Why are my parachutes messed up? Okay, we're gonna run out of fuel here. What is wrong with these? Okay, this is not good. Not good at all. The parachutes don't seem to be working. Okay, we need a bit more. Whoa, whoa, oh shoot. Okay, now, come on. Come on. Slow me down, slow me down. The idea is to try to slow down with the wings here. You know, and kind of glide. And we are going to crash. The idea is not to kill the pilot, however. Which I think... Oh. Okay, so this was a fool's errand, I think. It's close, though. Okay, so maybe we'll just try to do this with a rocket instead. Whoa. Try to do this mission with a rocket instead. I mean, that should be a bit easier. I just thought this might be more interesting. Do something fairly simple, I think. since we have the additional mass for our launch pad, we can build bigger and better. I want one of those. Some nose cones. And oh yes, we'll need, since we just got this new stuff. No wait, we didn't unlock science, I'm sorry. We got most of the Kerbal stuff for the science things that we have, so we won't bother. And that way we can do that. Now, let's see. The problem that we had last time was with Jebediah is that we came down on a mountain. And we didn't have any control to do anything about it. Now, what I can do is something like this and give myself radial parachutes as well. And this kind of thing should help me if it looks like I'm gonna hit the mountain and explode when I'm coming down. On the parachutes, we can, you know, use the engine to try to correct a bit. So, but first, I'm not really sure that this engine would be enough to lift this craft on Kerbal. So we'll test that out and see. Whoop. Looks like we're good. So that works. Oh, all that stuff that I already built is gone. Okay, so we'll do a decoupler and just something simple. If I recall, okay, we need to get pretty high. But I'm thinking that it shouldn't be that difficult to do that, especially with something like that. And some of these bad boys. Put some nose cones on. And let's see, I think this one has control. If I'm not mistaken. No, it does not. Let's put one that has control, I think. In fact, we'll do 4, I think. That way we can control this ship a little easier and get more on course. And honestly, since we have let's just use this one, I think. I was debating whether I should use this one or the one that's a little bit more powerful, but having a little more control is just more useful for this. Okay. We'll call this ship Jebediah's Folly, because Jebediah did not have the you know, all these kind of special technologies and things that will help us complete this mission. Now we do want to try to activate the parachutes at a specific point, 11,000. Okay, so if we're going that high, shouldn't be that hard to do. Thinking that the easiest thing will probably be to shoot up do kind of a suborbital trajectory, which just means we're not going into orbit. We're just going to go up and come down, kind of like an arc. Okay. Let's make sure the staging is correct. It is not. So, all right. So we'll head to 270, which I think will mean going this way. Because our usual launch pattern has us go to the east, but we need to go west. And we're 56 kilometers out. Oh man. This is kind of tough without the, the stability control. Have to account for all this wobbling myself. Okay. Now, should be good. Okay, great. And we can afford to lower the thrust a bit while we think about this. Okay, so we need some more. We need to be higher, so try doing that. Shoot. Whoop. Okay. So, how far are we from this thing? I don't think we gave it enough fuel. Or we did not ascend properly. I mean, we could try to get there on this engine, but I mean, the idea of the thing was to keep from crashing. Well, let's just go ahead and try it. Oh shoot! Hold that. Okay. Oh man, this is hard. Oh. So I'm trying to get higher, that's the idea. Or to make myself ascend or descend slower. If I do that enough, then I should make it. Oh shoot, hold up. Okay, make sure you're, oh, we're here. Crew report. Okay, I think we did it. Well, great. And now let's check out what we need to be doing for the parachute. We just need to descend a bit. Should be going fast enough. Question is, where are we coming down? I'm not sure. I'm hoping it's not in the mountains, but we do have some fuel left. That's good. Just in case, and the landing legs help, of course. The question is, will we be going fast enough when we descend? Because we do slow. Oh no, we're speeding up. I think we may slow down though, because we'll hit thicker atmosphere. Because you do need to be going 360 to 760 meters per second. And, okay, now we're decelerating, but we should make it. We'll be there now. Excellent. Excellent indeed. Now, the question is, what is beneath those clouds? Which are very cool, by the way. you should look for the visual enhancement mod. And it looks, maybe hills. Doesn't look quite as treacherous as those mountains, which is a good sign. I bet those will fully deploy soon. Let's get our landing legs out, I think. Okay, that should be a pretty soft landing. And the altitude here is probably about 1100. So we'll slow back down. And I'll try to make this as soft as possible when we get to about that altitude. Okay. And we're coming in, coming in. Give it a teeny bit of juice. Okay. Slow it. Oh, no. Freaking sticky keys. Man. That worked out pretty darn well, I think. Fulfilled 2 contracts, including the one that killed Jebediah. So that's always good. Okay, so we're doing pretty well. Reputation's going up. Money's going up. Science is going up. So let's start be thinking about going to the moon, shall we? But we will start on that project in the next episode. So we'll see you then.